pretty good one.
All right, everyone, I'm going to call the docket. If your case is a family violence case, then you need to be in impact court, which is on the second floor. Noah Moran. Noah Moran. Jennifer Mares. Jennifer Mares. In custody is Christopher Lemire. Jamariah Simmons. Simmons.
No family.
Trayvon Stevenson is in custody. Mary Diaz, you need to be in impact court. Jose Del Bosque, impact court. Jonathan Boyd is reset for November 1st. Brandon Wright, impact court. Fidel Ayala, impact court. Is there Christopher Gonzalez here? Jorge Macias in custody, but impact. John Casanova, impact. Juan Tehran, impact. Yvonne Perez. Yvonne Perez. Thank you. Ralph Perez. Raymond Alejandro. All right, you need to be in impact. It's on the second floor. You're welcome. Brandon Sierra, impact court. Juan Pablo Aviles, impact court. Adam Stacy, custody. Christopher Davis, impact. Stephen Ward is for November 1st. Dean Villarreal, November 1st. Martin Rios, you're supposed to be in impact court. Joseph Montemoreno. Thank you. Brenda Amador. George Abaye, impact. Ernest Ramon, impact. Christopher Acosta. Anthony Woodard. Thank you. Griselda Rosales. Roberto Maldonado, impact court. Roberto L. Maldonado. All right, you need to be in impact court on second floor. Leonardo Carlos. Lee Galindo. Michael Ugu. How do you pronounce your last name? Ugu, thank you. Trayvon Stevenson, custody. Jamariah Simmons. Rolando Valadez. And Annabelle Vela, custody. All right, is there anyone who came in late or your name was not called? All right, everyone, today is Monday. Mr. Toshi, I think you're in impact court.
I am, Judge.
Yes.
I'm gonna go down there.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. You should have worn a shirt that says making impacts all day long.
If you can find one, get it for me,
Okay,
and I'll wear it.
I will do that. Have a great Monday. All right, so everyone, the court, I know I say this every day, but my mom told me, Stephanie, you got to stop saying it if it's not true. I will tell you this, at 11:45, if attorneys are not here, if paperwork is not turned in, your case is going to be recalled. So all of you are here, you may want to pick up the phone and call your attorney. Deputy Laura, my mom said, Stephanie, cut it off at noon. So I'm going to do that. Even though we agreed, everybody agreed to go past 12, I'm cutting it off at noon.
Okay. Brenda, Mama?
And Diamond, the best way to cut it off at noon is to make sure that everybody has their paperwork in by 11:45. And if it's not in, you're going to come back on another day. Hello. Deputy Mejia, you're wearing your button up.
Yeah, I didn't bring my list.
But were you prepared for the 40-degree weather?
I brought my beanie.
Well, you know what? I'm going to see how long it takes people to complain. People were complaining about the heat.
Look at Michonne, she's nice and covered up.
Yeah. Now that we have the cold, people are complaining about the cold.
I love the cold.
Oh,
I'll
I
take
just-
your phone.
well, here's the question for you. If it's cold, will that stop the zombies? You know, the Brad Pitt zombies that move very quickly.
No. No,
Okay.
not the Brad Pitt.
See, here's the thing. We got to make sure we get the right zombies. You don't want Brad Pitt zombies. I want the zombies from the 60s.
Yeah, the Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, the one that moves slow. The slow- Because you know what? I could run. I know I got a good 2 miles in me. I could run for 2 miles quickly and then sleep. And you know, they still wouldn't catch up.
The judge, we have little stray kittens under the car and it put a box for them. Oh, made them a little shelter.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Help me or somebody will go inside the little shelter. They're all huddled in front of my porch.
well, because they don't trust the shelter yet. Is the shelter a trap? They don't know.
No, it's not. It's a box. Cats love boxes.
But here's the thing. To the cats, are they like in the zombie apocalypse now? They don't know if they can trust the human or not. Did you put food in the box? Oh, I don't know why they won't go in the box. You should talk to Diana. She's the cat expert.
No, she's not. She hasn't even fixed her cat.
Oh.
First of all, how dare you put me on blast like that? Because nobody asked you.
Happy Monday.
Okay, okay. Bye-bye. Thank you. Well, see what happens when Bob Barker is not around to tell people to have animals spayed and neutered.
Yeah, that's right. He used to say that all the time.
Mhm.
I need to catch that. I need to
My
catch.
cat
I need to
my
catch
cat
that.
is on my porch.
Oh,
They're just stray cats that I take care of.
I'm sure.
well, you know, there was a group named Stray Cats.
Yes,
Yes,
there
they are.
was. Yes, there
See,
was.
I could be your phone a friend.
Stray cat. I remember that.
Stray cats, the rockabilly.
Yeah.
I need to catch her. She will not even let me even pet or anything. They just, oh.
Ah. Okay, I wanted to do a treasure hunt to find out which room you were in. Deputy Laura, we need to count the number of people who complain about the cold weather. This is sort of like Game of Thrones.
What's that?
Oh, winter is upon us. Winter is coming.
Winter.
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming.
Good, thank you. Okay. No, I'm good. All right, thank you. Is it me or is it hot in here?
It's warm. I think it's warm.
People always want to turn off the AC.
Me? First row. Thank you.
Richard Garcia,
Hi, how are you?
how are you?
I'm just winded.
Okay. Are you, Beverly Smith? She is now training for the Camino.
Oh, cool. Tell her to call me.
Okay, I will.
I'm listening to, do you remember Andrew McCarthy,
Yes,
the actor?
yes.
He wrote a book called Walking with Sam. He walked the Camino with his son Sam. And
Oh
he
my
wrote a book.
gosh. You should do a book.
I
Richard,
should, but I'm not famous.
no, Richard, you're one of the most interesting men I know.
Well, thank you. That's nice.
But Laura and I are talking about doing the Camino. Should we just do it cold turkey or do we need to train for it?
So I just did it with Sandy Herman,
Mhm.
and she said she was training. She was walking like three miles a day, but on flat surfaces. Third day, she ruined her knee.
So what is your answer to my question? Should I do this cold turkey?
Not if you want to have an enjoyable time.
Yeah.
I go to Frederick Park,
Mhm.
you know, which one, over there on the by Camp Bullis,
Yes.
and do that one,
Okay.
just like an hour every day,
All right.
or an hour at least on the weekends before you go, and then like an hour every day before you go.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm cold.
No, no, no. All right. I'm going to do that.
So Frederick Park is like the best, like the trails at Frederick Park are like the hard trails on the Camino are like the trails at Frederick
Now, I
Park.
will tell you, my plan for my Camino is I'm going to do it sort of like Marie Antoinette would do it. So, we're going to stop after we walk a mile, have a nice little picnic, have somebody come behind us and clean it up. Then we're going to continue.
But you need to do like a tour. I met some ladies that were doing the highlights of the Camino,
Mhm,
and so they would be dropped off in one of the scenic,
mhm.
and they'd walk a mile, and then they get picked up and they'd go to a nice 5-star hotel, have drinks.
Can I still get the stamp if I do it that way?
What's that?
Can I still get the stamp if I do it that way?
No.
All right. So I'm gonna have to do it the hard way.
You haven't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
But you don't have to, you can do it as many days as you want. You do it. As long as you do it.
Oh, that'll be easy.
As long as you do it like 3 months. But it has to be the last 100. That's the busiest part.
All right. I'm gonna do 100 miles.
Judge, when you want to go out to Frederick Park, let me know.
Okay.
We can go together. That's like one of my favorite hikes.
Okay. Here's the thing. We need to do it as a group because that walk across Texas, this court needs to win it. We're competitive.
There's a lot.
Yeah, they have this health walk across Texas thing that they're doing.
Like here to Corpus?
No, you just walk every day. You have a team of 8 and you just put your miles in. But if you guys want to start from here and walk to Corpus or Galveston, we can.
Yeah, I heard there was a walk from here to Corpus, but that was a long time ago.
We should do it. Is there a walking trail from here to Corpus or we're going to end up getting hit by a car? Oh, no.
Them is 150. There was a bike ride from here to Corpus.
No. I'm gonna have to say no to that.
Yeah, probably.
No, I mean. She. No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Click on the contract, not on. You'll find it.
I'm sorry. I was seeing my brother say, you said that message to me over the weekend. No, no, no. The message about that, you just texted me. Sorry.
Yes.
Matt is on his way to.
You already consider Espinosa. I don't think we're gonna do that.
Parties waiting on Sarah Espinosa.
Yes, we are, Judge.
All right, if you come down. Yes. Court is calling 2023 CR 0065, State of Texas versus Sarah Michelle Espinosa. Can I have parties announced on the record for the state
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
defense?
Richard Garcia for the defense, ready, Judge?
And are you Miss Espinosa?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll show you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt in remote community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Sarah Michelle Espinosa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 0065 for the offense of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram and 4 grams on April 4th, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 9th day of June, 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Sarah Michelle Espinosa did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
And we waive the other violations alleged, Judge.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor, no objections.
All right, did you understand by pleading true the violation of condition number 2, court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true the violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, we're asking that you deny the motion, continue the defendant on probation. We're asking that you refer her to the felony drug court. And if she's not accepted to the felony drug court, that she's referred to SATIF with SATIF aftercare.
All right, defense, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Espinosa, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
So can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Sarah Espinosa.
So, Ms. Espinosa, have you been using anything other than the substances that are listed in the motion to revoke?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any type of support system?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, who's supporting you? Who's your sister?
My son, my adopted uncle for the back to me, my father, my grandma.
All right, how old is your son?
He's 18.
Do y'all know the wait time percentage? The reason why I ask is because felony drug court is filled to capacity. So even though felony drug court will probably accept you, they're not gonna be able to because they're filled to capacity. So I'm trying to see what we have.
It's 1 to 3 weeks, Judge.
All right, so the wait time for Senate, I'm gonna still recommend you for felony drug court. Let them know what your issues are, because maybe after you get out of Senate, they'll accept you in felony drug court, or maybe while you're waiting for Senate, maybe a position in felony drug court will open up. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And in council, if you want to see about her maybe going inpatient to the alcohol, the court is willing to consider that if the wait time for Senate is too long, because the alcohol is a good program as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any children other than the 18-year-old?
No, ma'am.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions. To include a referral to felony drug court and set up with aftercare and probation. If for some reason the wait time is less at the alcohol, then she can go to the alcohol if she wishes to go to the alcohol. But it will be inpatient treatment or the felony drug court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know if Lifetime Recovery, I know they have a women's section now. I don't know if they will accept her, if they have room or anything. And I forget the name of the women's section. It's not called Lifetime, it's called something else. I think they just built one. The name will come to me. But you know what I'm talking
Yes.
about, yes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Drug issues are hard. Addictions are hard. But your first go-to can't be to use. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If there's an issue with probation, just let the court know. You can always come back to the court and we can address it. You understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good one, Richard.
You too. Good seeing you. Appreciate it.
Jennifer Morris.
Do excuse.
All right, state on Jennifer Morris. The attorney is out. COVID.
Oh, okay, so reset, Judge?
Yes, so we're gonna do a reset on that one. I keep telling people COVID is still around.
It's around, it's out there.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I got it.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right, what date? For Morris?
For November 9th.
Okay. So everyone, Morris is gonna come back on November 9th. You're welcome.
Yvonne. Yvonne. Ever had. On the 75,000. He's still alive. Originally, but sometimes she's also.
Deputy Mejia, Deputy Laura, when you have a chance, do you have Trayvon Stevenson downstairs?
I think.
Mr. Stevenson, can you come down for a moment?
He's in crutches.
Oh, you're on crutches? All right. So, Mr. Stevenson, we're gonna end up resetting your case. Your attorney is actually in a jury trial. All right. So we'll probably bring you back next week so that he can confer. Do you have a question about anything? All right. All right, Norma. What date to bring Mr. Stevenson back?
The ninth.
All right, we're going to bring you back on November 9th. If your attorney finishes with trial sooner than that and he wants you brought back over sooner, we can have you brought back sooner. You understand? All righty. State Stevenson is going to be recalled November 9th. His attorney's in a jury trial. Yvonne Perez. All right, she can remain there. I see she's,
You can sit over there in that. Oh, you're good. Yeah.
hello,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning. So let me see. All right, you're scheduled for jury trial.
Yes, I conferred with Miss Mitchell last week and I actually saw her in impact court this morning. She gave me today, finish uploading the discovery drive. The CPS records were uploaded on there, which are a couple, 100 pages at least. But more, I think more importantly, there was pictures that came in later, that pertain to the medical. So we just needed a little bit of time for myself and my expert to review them.
Okay,
Your Honor, I do believe they intend to proceed on a different case in the court today, so.
Okay.
Just for your knowledge.
Oh, yeah, she's not saying.
no, she's not in impact.
No.
Oh, I thought we were. talking
No,
about
no,
that.
sorry.
no, no.
Sorry.
I just happen to have another one in impact.
Okay, Ms. Ferguson, on this case, they need a jury trial date. How long are you all expecting this trial to last?
I would say probably a week. About, depending on the court sign, because we would most likely go to the jury for punishment, so it's just depending on that. 3 to 4 days.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, jury trial 3 days. When can we put it in? We can't do it this year.
I have. Impact on the board. The next date is December 12th. They have to say if you wanted them to set.
So you're saying
They have
that they're an impact?
Yes. It was in the page.
No, you're saying you haven't sent to impact or what
On the December 4th, I already have 20 cases left.
for impact? All right, so isn't there going to be a second tier prosecutor here? For family violence?
We're only gonna have two. Oh, well, I don't know.
All right, so give me the date. Even though they're impact, give me the date for impact court in this court. We'll see what happens.
December 4th.
All right, December 4th. We'll see where we are.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Is your client planning on bonding out?
Just so the court knows, I'm gonna file. She has had some medical issues that she was, and so I'm gonna file a bond motion.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you make sure they have a reset form?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And criminal trial division, Simmons is going to be reset for November 9th as well. All right, there you go. Oh, Travis,
Yes.
do you have any objections?
Was that your?
No.
Take a look. Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's a case, we had a jury trial on it.
Okay.
Rose Padilla,
She's in the hall, Judge.
okay,
You want me to bring her?
why is she in the hall?
She has a warrant.
Oh, well, no, if people need to be inside the courtroom.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Yeah, we don't have people who have warrants outside.
What's?
Oh, she's gonna go into custody. And this is this on the docket today?
I was after 24 hours.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Report, Charter.
Sure. All right, here you go. Judge Nahara will hear that case.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not on our docket today.
we had an agreement.
No, because the way the legislature works now
Okay.
is you can't have the agreements without me knowing their criminal history, mental health issues, if any exist. But Judge Nahara will hear it today.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
I have a couple of things.
Downstairs. Yes. You can stay. Yeah, then do it. Thank you.
Because of the nature of the charge.
Okay, I'll have them set it for a hearing.
Okay.
Bless you. All right, Lee Galindo,
Yes, Judge. I just got hired on that case, just conferred
come
with the state.
forward.
Um,
All right, who did you confer with?
um,
All right, and counsel, you're on that side.
there's not one, I've had some technical difficulties with e-discovery, so I didn't know if that one was submitted yet. We did verify it had not, that was like, had not. And while I'm here, Judge, I went and grabbed one from another court, modified it a little bit. It's the same standard order that I think every court uses.
All right, and the state may actually, I don't know if the state may have one they can download for you.
Maybe Judge, it just since I was here, instead of having to run back to the office, file one.
Oh, we can see if they, do you all have?
As far as I'm aware, this should be the correct one.
All right. So you're in agreement with this?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so the other thing, we were here last time, and I know you were not the attorney
not.
present. I have here that there were 2 complainants in the police report.
We reached out to them, Judge.
Okay, so that's done.
Yes, Judge.
All right, and how long is it going to take you to give them this evidence?
That can depend. I know it's a blood case that usually anywhere from 60 to 90, depending on how backed up they are.
Mhm.
So
All right, Norma, on this case, recall it for 45 days.
I can do, like, long day. I can do November 9th. too.
November 9th?
or
That's-
December
I
9th?
think December,
Yeah, that's not 90 days. I mean, that's not 45 days.
back to it. It'll be, December 14th.
That's good.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not- confused. Can I? Maybe.
I haven't given it to her yet. Noah Moran. All right, you can have a seat.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Maybe excuse.
Welcome. Yes. Have
Thank
a
you.
great one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, is the case where you want to be in the position, is that like? Interview. On both. Yeah, we can approach this. I think we may have to ask the court when they get the file. Just like.
Hi. If you ever come around this way.
I'll be here all day.
Christmas movies, they're all happy endings.
Ah. Well, that's not, we grew up with the cartoons. You know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I still think it was nice of Rudolph to God that sleigh after the way they treated him, but hey, you know, Rudolph was a good deer. And then, you know, Santa knew what was Santa had to know what was going on, right?
And then the Island of Misfit Toys.
Oh, I love the Misfit toys. You know, I still remember the songs from all those animated. Yes. No, they haven't zoomed in. Who are we reaching out to? What's the number to the rest care facility? Where is the rest care facility? Do y'all want me to call the rest care facility? Okay. All right. Yes.
The officers.
Okay.
Should be a regular possession case.
Yeah, we can go for it.
Vehicle.
And I thought we had her.
Been out because my dad died. And
So is there is it a facility, a general, where she works?
Trying to put that aside as much as possible. And focus.
And where's the group home?
Appreciate it. I mean, I actually really, for some reason.
Can you write down a number you have for her?
Reason I'm talking to you is I, in some third year who I didn't recognize, and I'm sorry, at this point, I recognized first year, second year, that's not recognized third year. And it could have been you and it could have been someone else. Well, still probably and I will. So, because I haven't seen the videos of my class was trying to see their work. And one of the third years was gotten back to me and said, we have to do this. And this was Thursday and Friday, so my assistant went and downloaded the videos. And I was busy on Friday, so I tried to just over the weekend. And there's 3 videos, 2 of which are, I believe, the officers, and the 3rd is evidence tech. Of course, the evidence tech, I could walk through the video. And it said both officers were non-movable. So I'm stuck, and I tried this morning again for my office. For my issue, it's not. So what I really need your help with, first of all, is getting a copy of this video.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So would she be available tomorrow or no?
Leonardo.
Yes. Are you happy?
You think you're ready?
I don't have a cell number for her or anything. Is there anyone, if she were to fall off the face of the earth, who would be in charge?
He's in 2 different courts.
That is for cell.
He's also in.
That's the cell.
Ah.
Seven, yeah, family violence.
Right, senior is 15.
I have mentioned before, and I'm embarrassed, and you did have a beard, and you were relatively nice, and I should have remembered you. But I forget.
I only need you down.
And you're consistent.
What's that?
Your name's only on the list. It's not on.
Well, I mean, I'm consistent. A good habit. Yeah, and you know, I wasn't born yesterday. I don't know if she's telling the truth. But
All right, so Deputy Laura, we're supposed to be having a meeting at 12:15 concerning the brawl. Oh, you know, I can't do this.
Save it, you never know. It's for emergency.
For the zombie apocalypse. Okay, I'll save this piece of chocolate. All right, hello. Sure. It's November 3rd. That's Friday. Yeah. Yeah, but it is. I'm trying to pull a law school thing on you.
You ever gonna quit that?
No, it's a lot of fun.
Which happens rarely. but occasionally.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And of course, my mom hears you, so she'll know.
Normally. You have 8 copies.
She might know what's up.
Vashon. Yeah. So on November 3rd, can you get me a ring? One of those rings that has the
I might have.
lollipop on it? Because I'm supposed to propose to somebody tomorrow, I mean, on the 3rd.
I'll be saying, get 2 so we can both exchange.
Okay, I got you. Good.
Okay, you know what? I'm in the middle of a K-drama right now. I'm gonna shock you with that. All right, could I see the parties on Lemire? Or Lemire? Well, just one second. If you have your client stay there, if you could come up, counsel, and probation. All right, so. Oh, yeah, come around. Case, I think it's a mental health issue. Is that correct? So what is the intent here? All right, Mr. Lemire, we're going to bring you back on November 3rd. As you know, there have been several issues with you on probation. I understand that there are mental health issues, but your case manager at Rest Care is not able to Zoom in today. So we're going to bring you back on Friday, November 3rd. If for some reason your counsel gets in touch with them before then he can have you brought over before then. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll come back on November 3rd at the latest.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
Anthony Woodard,
Hey, good morning, Judge.
good morning. How are you doing?
Great, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I see you're ready for the weather.
I am ready for the weather. It was, when I walked out of my house and realized how cold it was, I turned around and got my coat. Yeah.
And my mom's word, I hope you have a hat as well.
Of course I do.
I know you
I
do.
always have a hat. But it doesn't cover, it doesn't protect my ears. My ears get so cold.
My-
no joke.
Yeah, my mom would be very concerned about you. She would say, tell John Coots to wear his hat. So. But all right, today is the plea deadline date. So what are we doing?
The DWI.
Are we asking for a trial?
No, but yes. I mean, we're not accepting the offer as it is currently, so.
All right. How long do you all expect this trial to last? In which case would you be proceeding on?
We'd be proceeding on the March case. I don't have the cause number in front of me, but it is the drug case from March of this year.
Okay.
4 to 5 days.
Yeah, probably, yeah, because he's got, it depends on what his election is. If he elects to the court, obviously less. If he elects to the jury, we have a pretty, probably a day of punishment evidence.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Need a jury trial date. This is probably going to be set potentially in the new year. I'm not sure. Let's see what date we have.
And Judge, I would ask just, I'm set on 2 murder, special murder settings on the week of December 4th through the 8th. So if we could at least get it past that, really appreciate it. Yeah, I have both of them are specially set, and if we don't, it's the same case with 2 separate co-defendants, so the trial prep's the same. If one of them falls through, then the other one will definitely go.
And then if the other one falls through.
If they both fall through, I'll be surprised, but I mean,
He's already tried one of the co-defendants and.
yeah, we tried one and got life, and so the other guy doesn't want any deals. Neither of them want deals, so.
I can do January 8th.
All right, we'll say January 8th.
Thank you so much.
Sounds
You're
good.
welcome.
Thank you.
Once you
Judge.
sign the reset form, you're excused. And guess what? It'll be 2024. Who knew?
Thank you, Judge.
I understand.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But Mr. Woodard, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. You understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yep, see you in January.
Yeah. I just need this one.
See you.
Yeah, I see you.
Take care.
One judge.
Good morning.
Yeah, the road. Morning.
You're sharing.
Yeah, you're doing a different deal.
Yeah.
Griselda Rosales. Griselda Rosales.
Judge, I'm present. Do you want her to come up?
Yes.
Yes.
Which.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're on this side. All right. So all discovery has been received. Has an offer been tendered?
So Judge, I'm downloading the videos right now to put on a disc for defense counsel. He can see 3 videos from his end. I see 5 videos from my end, so I don't think we've given him everything. It doesn't sound like we've given him everything.
All right, so have you uploaded everything now?
No, ma'am, so I don't, they're all uploaded, so from my end on Veripic, I can see 5 videos. I think you can only see 3.
This is not his fault. I was out because my dad died. When I got back trying to catch up last week, I asked around because I hadn't seen any videos. Apparently they'd been uploaded on the 10th. My assistant downloaded them. She was successful doing it on a Friday. I took my computer home over the weekend. I tried to play the videos both from home and this morning on the computer. It plays everything but the 2 videos I really need, which are over at the stop. And it won't play them, and it says like it isn't just my at-home system or whatever. So I don't have all the discovery I need. And quite frankly, it's pretty important for what's going on.
Okay, and I'm not assigning blame to anybody. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of everything.
Sure. Well, I always feel important not to throw the other side under the bus when it's not their fault. So I did ask for him to put it on a disk. He is doing that. He told me that this morning. So I don't need a lot of time, but I would like a little time to review them.
All right, how much time are you asking for?
Well, I'm a little bit in the same boat, which is to say I'm going to a sister-in-law's wedding at the end of November, then Thanksgiving, and then I am back. But I have 3 specially set cases on.
So
the
what day
floor.
do you, what are you asking for?
Okay, fair enough. December 11th or early January.
All right, we're not gonna do January. So
I would even take the 18th.
the 18th of what?
December, I'm sorry. Okay,
All right, Norma, can you set this the week of December 11th?
Is it for discovery?
Yes, we'll put it as a discovery and state a plea deadline. I mean, a plea is due on that day as well.
Yes, ma'am.
December 14th.
thanks. I didn't realize you were asking me a direct question. My apologies. Too much.
No problem.
Okay.
I'm sorry about your father.
It's a tough part of life.
Mhm.
Jim Tochi told me he doesn't have a relationship with his dad, so it was easy when they told him.
Mhm.
So the key is don't have a relationship with anyone, they'll care of them, right?
Yeah.
When your time comes, I'll take you out to lunch, not right away, but 6 months afterwards. Because the tough thing is not when it happens and everyone there, the tough
Yes.
thing is now, because I'm a month and a half out, I'm behind. I'll just be honest, for some weird reason, I'm feeling down today.
Mhm.
And everyone else has to move on with their lives, but you still are stuck here.
You know, I always would tell people that's the hardest part because when it first happens, during the funeral, after the funeral, everybody is surrounding you. And then everybody just leave and they go on with their lives like nothing happens. And then that's when it sets in.
So I'm stuck, but I'm honest about it, as you can tell.
Yes.
And I don't use it as an excuse, but if I'm having a bad day, I will tell you. And I'll tell you the reason, and I'll be honest about it. And I won't use it as an excuse if I'm not having a bad day.
No. And you can always come here and talk to me anytime.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Good to see you.
You too.
December 11th is when she's resetting it. We'll talk more if you'll wait outside.
All right. And if you'll sign the reset form.
Of course.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's November 2nd, but hey, I celebrate the entire month. I start right now and work it. And he knows.
She thought you were on the record and she told me in a nice way to shut up. Which I found amazing. You really have clients do that, but anyway. So, like,
All righty.
Good to see you. That will be ready this morning. You should have come back later. I'm gonna be court to go to and maybe back in 20 minutes. Yes, I see. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Leonardo Carlos.
He's present with counsel. There are 2 cases, Judge. I'm
He
here.
needs to come forward.
Yeah, here he is.
All right, who's the prosecutor on this?
There are 2 prosecutors, I think.
And 2 defense attorneys.
Okay, awesome. Well, today on 2023 CR 6643, that's the injury to the elderly. The other case is the driving while intoxicated case. Today is the plea deadline date on the injury to an elderly. Where are we?
Your Honor, I've conferred with Mr. Carlos. He has indicated to me that he's disinterested to take up the state's offer.
All right, you want a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there a reason he's not speaking to me?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Do you want a jury trial?
Yes.
All right. State, how long do you expect this jury trial to go?
About 3 days.
All right, Norma, I need a jury trial date on 2023 CR 6643. And it's 3 days.
December 12th.
December 12th? All right, your jury trial date is going to be December 12th. In that case, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. Do you understand? All right, we'll set your case on December 12th as well.
Are you referring to me?
Yes.
Judge, I have a pending motion to suppress.
Okay, it's not set for trial. You're coming back on December 12th with your client. He's going to trial on the injury case.
I understand. Are you
Okay.
gonna hear the motion?
To suppress on the DWI?
Yeah.
Is the DWI related to the injury case?
I don't think so.
No,
Judge.
No, we're gonna go to trial on the injury case, and then you'll speak with Ms. Ferguson, and after the 12th, she'll give you a date for the motion to suppress.
Okay,
All right, is there anything else?
that's it.
All right, and do you have all the discovery on the DWI case?
I believe I do. I need to check I don't think I have the Coban,
Okay,
but I'll check on that.
all right, is there anything else? All right, just sign the reset form, and on your case, I'll need a discovery acknowledgement signed. I don't believe the court has one.
We'll sign one right now.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, thanks.
December 12th. I'll be here. All right. You're well. Sure. Look, I just saw the code. Thank you. You did. Thanks. I'll get on Friday with an offer.
Annabelle Vela. Thank you.
What would you like to be, Judge? Left and right?
The side.
Right?
Yes. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8486, State of Texas versus Annabelle Marie Vela. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas. Paul Estrada for the defense.
And are you Miss Vela?
Yes.
Is it Vela or Vela?
Bella.
Vela, okay. Probation, this is an application. Counsel, did you receive all the discovery in this case and review it with your client?
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Vela, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated with a child under the age of 15 as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility
Yes, ma'am.
and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has, Your
Do
Honor.
you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I feel she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Vela, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $500 fine. State recommends community supervision, DWI intervention, VIP, and ignition interlock for half the term. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, it is.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
I'm showing you outside the agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours community service restitution, and 10 days house arrest in lieu of 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State offer states exhibit 1 in all attachments.
Any
No
objection?
objection.
Excuse me. Judge, may the state be excused.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. There-
Anything? Yes, I'm sorry. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, there are two issues that I'd like to discuss with the court. Ms. Vella's been sitting in jail for the last 3 weeks, and we would ask the court to take that into consideration in reference to the 10 days house arrest. If you do impose the 10 days house arrest, she is gainfully employed, and that leads to the second issue. We would ask that the court consider allowing her to go to work and home as part of the condition of her house arrest. The second issue is the fact that her employment is in Guadalupe County. And of course, we'd ask you to allow her to travel to Guadalupe County for work purposes. She works at the Tyson Food Factory, which is right off of IH-10. We'd ask you to allow her to travel to Guadalupe County while she's on probation to continue her employment there. And then the last issue we'd like to talk to the court about is the ignition interlock for half the term. Ms. Vela does not have a vehicle. She already had the handheld device, so we'd ask you to continue her with the handheld device.
All right. So, Ms. Vela, with regards to the ignition interlock, do you live by yourself or you live with other people?
Other people.
All right, and who are these other people? Are they relatives?
My boyfriend and his mother.
Your boyfriend and his mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they have a vehicle?
They did.
This vehicle that you were driving, was that your vehicle?
It was mine, no.
Whose vehicle was it?
It was my boyfriend's.
Yeah, so she's gonna have to have ignition in her lot. With regards to employment,
Real quick, is that vehicle, is it running, is it drivable?
No.
she'll have to provide proof of that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna order ignition interlock. Any other vehicles at that home?
No, just well, it's his truck that doesn't work and then his mom's, but I don't ever drive his mom's car.
Yeah, well, ignition interlock.
Judge, the mother is here if you'd like to admonish her about her using the vehicle.
No, I mean, once if a vehicle is sitting in the driveway, it has to have ignition interlock on it. Now, is Child Protective Services involved?
Yes.
And the 2-year-old, where is the 2-year-old now?
With his mother, with my boyfriend's mother. She's my safety plan person.
So tell me, what were you thinking? Because I read the report, not only were you intoxicated with a 2-year-old in the car, but the 2-year-old was not even in a proper carrier. 2-year-old is just in a seat, in a seatbelt.
I wasn't, I don't know. It was a very selfish act of me, and I didn't think all the way through. I just wasn't thinking, and
So where
I
were
was
you
being
drinking?
selfish.
Where were you drinking?
I was with my sister.
At the sister's house? Or
No,
where?
I was going to my cousin's house. So I was with my sister hanging out, and then I just thought to go hang out with my cousin, and
The question was, were you at your sister's house? Were you at a bar, at a club?
yeah, we were just at my sister's house.
So you're at your sister's house drinking. Does she have children as well?
Not that live with her.
All right, so she doesn't have children that live with her, but she has children. Another Child Protective Services case, the reason why the children don't live with her?
I don't know what her situation is. I don't know what happened, the details of her or what happened, but I just know that the dad took him. He's in the military, and the dad took him. So
All right, and so when you were at your sister's house, was the 2-year-old with you while you all were drinking?
yes.
All right, just wandering around while you all are drinking.
Yes.
So then after you finish drinking, then what do you do? Stumble to your car? Because in the police report, it says when they pulled you over, you almost fell out of the vehicle.
I don't think the judge is trying to make you
I know,
feel
I-
ashamed. She just wants you to realize that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to realize there's so much that could have happened. You know, I had a friend, and a lot of people do not read the warning that's over the visor. And you know that warning over the visor that tells you who can sit in the front seat, and it'll tell you what their weight should be and how old they need to be. And if they're not that age and you put them in the front seat and there's an accident, the airbag will just totally sort of crush them. So my friend didn't pay attention to that, and her child was sitting in the front seat, and she wasn't driving intoxicated. And she felt so bad because her child ended up with scratches on the face. They had to take him to a surgeon to take care of the cuts to his face. But you're driving intoxicated, and you have a 2-year-old on the second passenger row that's not even in a proper car seat, just in a seatbelt. And all the people were calling because you were weaving and swerving. So how often are you drinking alcohol, and what are you drinking?
Before it got to this point, it was quite a bit, maybe every other day.
All right, so what do you know why you're drinking? What started you to drinking a lot?
Judge, if I may, on her behalf, just to
Sure.
help get her going.
Yeah.
She did commence a 12-step program. She made it through the 6th step. And I think through going through that program, I think those reasons might become clearer to her. I know one of the first steps that she learned was having to accept responsibility for her behavior. When she did end up in jail, several family members were trying to get her out. And she took it upon herself to say, hey, look, the thing is, I gotta accept responsibility. Leave me here. I'll go to court and deal with it. I don't know if she really.
So is there any mental health issues that need to be addressed, any past trauma? And I'm not gonna ask you what the past trauma is, but is that something that needs to be addressed? Is there something like
that
that?
is beyond my personal knowledge.
Were you raised by your parents or no?
I was,
All
I
right.
just, before I had like realized there was an issue, you know, I was just doing it selfishly. I don't know why, I don't know, I knew it was an issue. I had a drinking issue, but I didn't realize how much of an issue it was until all of this happened. And it took me to get to this point to realize that what I was doing wasn't right. And I have a son to raise and look after, and I wasn't putting him first. And
All right, so you only have one child? So here's the thing. I'm gonna grant your application, but you're gonna have to start making choices. And sometimes the choices that we make means that certain people can no longer be in your life. If your sister is not gonna get her act together, she shouldn't be in your life. Because, for example, if you would have came to my home and there was a 2-year-old, I wouldn't have allowed people to just be drinking till they're intoxicated. I would have recognized certain things. And if I was not watching and you became intoxicated, I would have said, you're not leaving, I'm taking the keys. So you're gonna have to see people as they are, not as you hope they will be, because you have a 2-year-old and that 2-year-old can't decide and say, hey, mom, I'm not getting in the car with you, you're intoxicated. That 2-year-old is 100% dependent upon you so that they don't have any trauma in their life and so that they go on into adulthood. You understand? All right, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. It will be suspended and probated for 3 years. There's a $500 fine that will be probated. Going to do the DWI intervention and education course. Ignition interlock for half the term. There's going to be a 2-year driver's license suspension. 120 hours of community service restitution. I know that Child Protective Services is probably making you do parenting classes. If they're not, you're going to do them. Once you completed parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied.
Thank you, Judge.
There's going to be 30 days partial GPS for employment. I'll ask that the fees be waived or deferred. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Make sure they test for alcohol. Field visits. 1 time per month for 3 months. CPS compliance. 90 sober meetings in 90 days. We'll do a TAP evaluation that can be out of custody. If you miss that TAP evaluation appointment, a warrant may be issued for your arrest because that's going to be a violation of your probation, or it may end up with you spending time at the Bexar County Jail and having them do the TAP there. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm doing the 30 days partial GPS in lieu of the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I know that the Bexar County Jail, 1, has too many inmates. 2, there are health issues there. 3, there's issues with the facilities, the actual maintenance and upkeep, all right? And with regards to the TAP evaluation, if the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, we're going to start with intensive outpatient treatment. If they recommend outpatient treatment, I still want to start with intensive outpatient treatment. And we'll do a referral to felony drug court. Felony drug court, there's no room there. There's a waiting list, but things may open up. And if they do, then felony drug court will probably accept you. All right. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
Your Honor, you mentioned proof of employment.
Thank you. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Anything else, probation?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
Judge, just the permission to travel to Guadalupe County for employment.
All right, she's allowed to travel to Guadalupe County for employment. All right, is there anything else you need from the court? You need to say yes or no. All right, I'm showing you what's entitled trial court certification of, you probably need to come around. I'm showing you what's entitled trial court certification for defendants' rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Yes. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Just have a seat on this side. I can turn the volume.
These are down. Christopher Acosta.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning again, I should say. Judge,
All right.
there's an unindicted DWI third out of the same incident that we still don't have the blood draw results on or anything, and so we're kind of in limbo on that.
I can take you all out of limbo.
I've sent an email off to, a second email actually to, intake attorney.
All right, what is going to be the controlling case, though?
Well, unfortunately, he's a habitual in all of them,
Okay,
so.
so what happened with the neuro appointment?
He's been going, Judge, he's had 5 seizures since May, and he's had a number of neurologist appointments. You have another one coming up
Friday.
This coming Friday. I have a feeling what's gonna end up, and I was talking to him about this because I have some knowledge of this with family members. They're probably gonna have to hook him up to one of those head things and where they watch him on camera for 48 hours, like they have to stay in bed sort of thing, because when he's at the doctor, his brainwaves seem okay, but then he's been taking the ER several times. He's had 5 different seizures, so something's not right.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, can you reset this for December? All right, we're coming back on December 14th.
Okay.
And on December 14th, that's your last plea deadline date.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Hold on, Chris, just have a seat.
Rolando Valadez. All right, who's the attorney?
Yeah.
That's you?
Yes. She might actually be more ridiculous tonight.
All right. Oh, your client needs to. All right, so they're saying that he doesn't have the in-home device.
He does have the in-home device.
All right, and then they say that he hasn't enrolled in AA meeting.
We're looking for a location that will fit with his schedule. He works.
Oh, that would be easy. Enrolling in AA is easy. My understanding is they're all over the city and you can find one at midnight.
So the other issues, Judge, I prepared a motion to modify that condition. Mr. Valdez has pled to the offenses awaiting sentencing in a few weeks. I brought a motion to change the interlock from a vehicle to the in-home device. And the court granted that with the showing the proof of an affidavit of non-driving, affidavit of non-ownership. We provided those to the court, and when it was an agreed order presented to the court ordered 90 sober meetings within 90 days. It's just, it's pretty onerous on Mr. Valdez to accomplish that.
I know, but he has an alcohol problem.
He hasn't had an alcohol violation on his interlock since he was given the device in March.
Okay, I'm not gonna change the AA meetings.
Okay.
So
With the
do you
court-
have in counsel as an officer of the court, you're saying that he has the in-home device?
Yes.
All right. State?
Judge.
All right, on Rolando Valadez, I've received notice from pretrial services saying that he does not have the does not have the in-home breathalyzer. Ms. Ferguson, are you able to have someone from pretrial services zoom in?
Yes, ma'am, it's gonna be just a moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna have them zoom in because I don't want them sending any more reports to the
Sure.
court.
I wish
that-
they had updated info. I wish they were good at their job.
Oh, no, we're not gonna say that.
Oh, well.
So
Truth hurts.
we're gonna make sure that this is done. So if you just give us a moment,
Yeah, I'll take a
counsel.
seat.
Judge, can I run that violation, please?
All right. Yes,
That's my approach.
sure, just give me one moment. Yes, counsel.
Judge, Ms. Vella's mother-in-law would like to talk to you, Miss Murray. She's on the first row.
Mhm.
Is it possible that she could approach?
Concerning the ignition and the light?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, the car is there.
Okay.
And to the officers here, let him know I'm reading.
Okay.
Sticky, no. And I'm reading the other document. And I'll be here till 5.
Okay.
All right.
That's a separate one.
Yes, this is the one I'm reading. I'm reading this one now. So just give me a moment.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to finish it up and you can up there. No, I'm still thinking.
All right, thank you. Detective, if we come around this way. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. Thanks for having me.
You don't, because it's
I'll be here and I've read that one, so. Courtney, just give me 1 moment. Just give me- Thank you. All right, we'll be here. All right, Courtney? Kelly?
Good morning, Judge.
Morning, how are you doing today?
You know, it's a pre-trial.
Yes. So I'm calling you about Rolando Valadez. Cause number, do you need the cause number?
No, ma'am, I have the violation pulled up.
All right, so his attorney is informing me that he does have the in-home device. Did you all not receive proof of that from him?
No, what vendor? So I can just double check.
What vendor?
What vendor do you get on devices? So let's start with
Smart Start,
I'm sorry,
Smart Start,
he said he's Smart Start.
on New Laredo Highway,
On which location?
New Laredo Highway.
New Laredo.
New Laredo Highway.
No, I have the Smart Start website pulled up, and the last device I have showing for him is going to be that Nissan Frontier, but that device was removed on October 6, 2023.
So is he able to report today to pretrial services to bring proof of the in-home device?
Yes, I can also try to call Smart Start, because usually if a defendant has interlock and they switch it to the in-home breathalyzer, it'll usually give us like a second drop-down tab to let us know, like, okay, they don't have the interlock, but they have the portable. And I don't see that on the file, so if you can provide that, then I can call just to verify.
All right. Are you able to call now, or do you need some information from him in order to call?
I can call now. And
All
do you
right,
want me to call you and then jump back on?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so they're gonna call. That way you don't have to go down.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
Ms. Bella,
Yes.
one thing that I was noticing when I was writing up the conditions was standard condition of victim impact panel, was not,
I thought I said that.
no, ma'am, I have DWI intervention and DWI education.
Okay, I thought I said VIP. Yes.
Yeah, that was part of the agreement.
Okay, I could have sworn I said that, but maybe I didn't.
My hearing.
No, that's fine. We'll add it. Let's go back on the record. We're gonna go back on the record in 2023 CR 8486. Ms. Vela, the other condition is that you have to do the victim impact panel. Do you understand? All right. And do you want that live?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so that'll be the victim impact panel live.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. No problem. Brenda Amador. Brenda Amador. Why do I have this file?
Miss Corby asked me to put it up there.
All right. Noah Moran.
I believe he left.
Who is that?
He was on the first row.
Okay. Oh, that's let's see, whose attorney is that?
Mr. Acevedo, Joseph Acevedo?
Oh, well, can you call Mr. Acevedo back? His client needs to be here. Or maybe they went outside, who knows? All right, to the following people, Joseph Montemoreno. Probably should call your attorney. Hmm? Yes, to let him, yeah, you can step outside to call your attorney. And you're Moran? All right. And then Brenda Amador. And are we ready on Michael Agumu?
He was checking on some, updated some discovery.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just one moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, everyone, please be seated. Are we ready on Moran? All right, waiting for that attorney. Brenda Amador. All right, where is she? Good morning.
Morning.
All right. Good morning. So do you have all of the discovery in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Has an offer been tendered?
Yes, Judge. And Judge, just to give you a heads up, it is a PTD rec, so they are gonna turn in the paperwork today.
Okay. Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset date for PTD. All right, we'll come back on December 4th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
ma'am.
welcome. Ms. Abrams. I received a call from the case manager. Yes, so we can figure out if her attorney, if we can get her attorney back here, we could probably put her on the speakerphone. Yes. So if he can stroll back over today, if he's here, and we could have her on speakerphone, then everyone will have spoken to her.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay. All right, Montemarino, have you had contact with your attorney?
I did previously said he was going to, another courtroom and be right back. So I haven't talked to him.
Is that a county court?
Yeah, it was just this year.
All righty. All right. All right, so everyone, manage assigned counsel for the United Way fundraiser. They are outside at the Courthouse Annex from 11 to 1:30. Frito pie, hot Cheetos with cheese, which I don't know who wants hot Cheetos with cheese, but maybe that's good. No, it is, okay. So they have that, nachos, sodas, water, cash only. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. The number is there. Still warm. All right, Kelly. We are ready. Courtney, what information did you get?
Okay, so I called Smart Starts. I spoke with Amanda, and she forwarded me over the install notification. She stated that he installed on the 6th of October. So I just went ahead and let her know on my end, the whole drop down situation, just to verify like both profiles for the devices wasn't showing up. So she's working on that because she wasn't sure why it didn't show up.
Okay.
But so I technically at this point I still can't monitor him, like as far as like his tests and stuff like that each day. But I'm just gonna follow up with her later to make sure that the website's updated. But she did send me the install notification.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So he's saying that they have not given it to him, but he did call. So it's been verified that you're actually on it. So he's going to get in touch with her again so they can hopefully put it in the system so he can monitor you. All right. See, Kelly, it wasn't his fault.
Well,
Kelly was trying to blame you, Courtney. I didn't let that stand though. I was like, we don't know.
partially, Judge.
Oh, also, real quick, I just wanted to double check. I know we're here for the in-home device, but since I guess we're all here real quick, was there any updates on the AA meetings? Because I didn't have documentation for starting.
He hasn't started those, but
No.
he's going to start by tomorrow. He's saying that he's trying to find a place to go. So do you have a list of places he can go, or is it best for him to just look online for it?
I mean, he can look online. I let everyone know if it's like AA classes, they can contact like Club 12. There's another list of places I know my coworker has I can get, but I just tell everyone Club 12 is a pretty popular one that gets you going pretty quickly.
All right, so I'm going to give you till tomorrow. You have to start doing the meetings. Do you understand? All right. Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. How's the baby? Courtney? Yes. Last time you brought that, there was a baby in the background. Was it not you with the baby?
Okay, no, I was gonna say, don't say that, Judge.
All right, now your girlfriend or somebody is wondering what's going on. My mistake. It was somebody else. You looking around for a baby? There should not be a baby at your house then.
There is not.
All right. Look, I got your heart racing.
I know. We're good.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you for logging in.
Uh-huh.
All right, everyone, the court is taking its break.
I'm getting the presentation and have speakers.
All right, thank you. Are you all ready on Moran?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Court is calling 2023 CR 3133A, State of Texas versus Noah Moran. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins to the state.
Defense?
You want to work?
For the defense?
Joseph Escobar for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and are you Noah Moran?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of guilty on October 5th, and this is reset for today for sentencing. Are parties ready to proceed? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. Court will take in consideration 2023 CR 3134, 3135, 3136. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to show you what's in the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I know that you're young. I know that anytime you do prison time, it's hard time. But when you go there, stay out of trouble and make sure that you go there with the intent to better yourself. Don't get mixed up with gangs and all of that other nonsense at the prison. Don't go to the prison and start getting a bunch of prison tattoos, because guess what? When you come out of prison and you have prison tattoos, everybody knows that's a prison tattoo. And regardless of whether you changed or not, people are going to see the prison tattoo and going to think something. So don't come back here with a teardrop or any of that nonsense. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you need to work on getting your degree or getting a trade, they have that at the prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Adam Stacy. I'm sorry. Yes.
I had Mr. Moreno, I believe the court had already called us. We were asking for a pretrial reset. We just had an offer conveyed.
Just give me a moment because I,
Oh, sorry.
that's okay.
Sorry.
All right. Adam Stacy. Who's the attorney for Adam Stacy? Right. Michael Ugu, if you'll come forward. Where are we on the evidence that's needed?
So Judge, we reached out to the cab company. I was emailing them today. They were asking about specific information for this case, so I just gave that to them. They've been responding pretty quickly.
Okay.
From the sounds of at least their initial emails, it doesn't sound like they saved the video, but I'm just trying to see if maybe they did.
All right. So how long is that going to take?
If you want to recall this a week, we'll probably have a pretty good answer.
All right. Are you employed?
Yes,
All right. What is your work schedule?
6 evening, 6 a.m.
Ah, okay. So we're gonna recall this. I'm gonna give you all 2 weeks. Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 2-week reset for discovery?
And thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. Thank you.
On 16th, November 16th.
All right, so we'll come back on November 16th. If you'll sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Joseph Montemoreno. Oh, come on, yes, yes. Oh, and you're on that side, counsel. All right, where are we on this case?
Judge States made an offer.
Okay,
I believe it's our first pretrial setting, Judge. We conveyed the offer to our client. We'd like to discuss it a little bit more with him. And also I don't believe there are any discovery issues on this case. Maybe something around some witnesses, but I'm sure that if we get to that place, the state will be able to satisfactorily answer those questions.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, on this case, recall this in 2 weeks for a plea deadline date, please.
Let's do November 16th. Judge.
November when?
The 16th as well.
All right, we're gonna come back on November 16th. At that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you.
If the court had a moment, I wanted to introduce one of our interns, Isaac Ramirez.
Hi, so what's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac.
You can tell by his lapel pin, he's pretty ambitious.
Oh, wow. Hey, yes. So are you a law student or?
I'm in my gap year and I graduated back in May from UTSA.
Oh my gosh, see, people love gap years. I didn't get a chance to do a gap year. It's either, gap yourself to school or gap yourself to employment. Well, you're always welcome to come down here anytime. Usually we have jury selection on Tuesdays. So next week, probably Tuesday will be jury selection. And also because I'm presiding judge this week, there are cases that are going to jury trial in impact court. So there's probably a trial that's starting up in impact court. Judge Her is there, and just let her know I sent you over, and I'm sure they'll let you observe everything.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thanks for coming down. You too.
Also, I heard that you like K-dramas. I like Thai dramas.
Let me just tell you, I have the Thai dramas as well. I'm telling you, people need to up their game on what they are producing. Enough with the reality TV. Can we get some storylines? You and I are gonna have to talk.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Adam Stacy. All right, is this a plea on both cases?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Diana, it's two cases. Court is calling 2022 CR 7131 and 2023 CR 0036, State of Texas versus Adam Stacy. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins and Travis Banks for the state.
Defense?
Andrew Priest for the defense.
And are you Adam Stacy?
Yes, ma'am. Adam Stace.
Counsel, I'm sorry?
Stace.
Adam Stace. Thank you for letting me know. I always tell everyone you should correct somebody when they're mispronouncing your name. Counsel, in each of these cause numbers, have you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
And each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And each cause number, Mr. Stace, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision
Yes, Your
with
Honor.
your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each cause number, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment in each cause number?
We do, Your Honor.
State and the cause number ending in 7131, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
And in cause number ending in 0036, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
And each cause number, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them? Did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the cause number ending in 31, you're charged with the offense of theft, 2,500 to 30,000. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 36, you're charged with the offense of assault family second offense. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And each cause number, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each cause number, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering pleas, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in each cause number?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, in each cause number, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stace, in each cause number, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes,
And each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. And here is this. And each cause number, I'm showing you what's entitled plea bargain agreement. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea ending in cause number 3-1, punishments be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $500 fine. State recommends community supervision. The cases will run concurrent. They're taken in consideration. NIMAC number 729876. There's to be restitution, if any, to Viviana Leyendecker, Leyendecker, cats 1 and 2. And the cause number ending in 36, punishments be assessed at 5 years in prison. There's a $0 fine. State recommends community supervision. The cases will run concurrent. They'll take into consideration NIMAG number 729875, 729876, grand jury number 804891. And there's to be the BIPP course in an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement in each of these cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph in each cause number. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours community service restitution, no contact with Melinda Kinney. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then in the cause number ending in 3-1, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
And the cause number ending in 3-6, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Your Honor, I offer State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
Any objections?
No objection.
Family violence, have you had contact with the complainant in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the complainant in this case was signed an affidavit of non-prosecution.
Thank you. In each cause number, I'm going to show you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review those did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, in each cause numbers, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in each cause number. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just two things, Judge, regarding the community service, my client has informed me that he's currently disabled. He just has concerns about being able to complete the community service, be able to find something he'd be able to do with his disability. We would ask if the court would be willing to possibly probate a portion of the fine in return for him possibly taking some other class. Regarding the no contact order, Judge, I believe we were in agreement for some type of no contact order. We were requesting a no harmful or injurious contact order. The complainant in that case is his wife. My understanding is they're still together. As the state mentioned, she did file a affidavit of non-prosecution. So we would ask if the court would consider a no harmful or injurious contact order on that case due to the fact that they are married, and she did submit a affidavit of non-prosecution on this case.
All right, Mr. Stace, how long have you been disabled?
I've been pending disability for about 4 years.
All right, so in 2021, you would have still been disabled, right? So how heavy was the object that you took from the U-Haul?
The object was probably about like 30 pounds, maybe
Oh.
like that, not even that.
Let me just tell you, if you can lift 30 pounds,
My problem is my back is bending over and walking. I can't be on my feet longer than 10-15 minutes. I have to sit down.
but see, here's the problem.
Yeah.
You went to somebody's U-Haul at a hotel where you're staying, and according to the police report I read, you were lifting a heavy object. It states, suspect 1, which is you, could be seen carrying a heavy object away from the U-Haul. So you had to carry it from the U-Haul to your room in room 1119.
No, ma'am. My truck was right next to it, and I was, to be real, I was drunk. I was on drugs. So I lifted it like and walked 5 feet and put it in the back of my truck.
So you lifted a heavy object
Like
and
25
walked 5
pounds.
feet,
It was like
25,
25
well, you
pounds.
said 30 pounds at
30,
first.
25 pounds.
All right, so you walked from a U-Haul, lifted a heavy item, and you walked 5 feet. I'm not waiving his community service. And let me ask you, who is Tanganyika? Sorry, Diana, Tanganyika. Who is that to you?
I was an old friend. I don't even talk to her anymore. I haven't talked to her
So you and your old friend
2 years.
in 2021, you had a hotel room with that person, and y'all were staying in a hotel room together.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you were still married at that time.
No, T knows my wife. Me and my wife were arguing. We call her name is T. I'll call her T. She got a room, so I had no money because I'm not able to work. So I was able to stay the night with her at the room.
And did she not have her own place? Or she just go around renting hotel rooms and staying in them with people?
She's homeless too. Her parents kicked her out. She goes to hotel to hotel.
All right, well, that's gonna be between you and your wife after this probation is over.
My wife's already got into me about that.
Oh, no, because I'm gonna order the no contact. That's why I'm saying that's something that you and your wife will have to discuss after your probation is over. This is what the court is going to do. And cause number ended in 3-1. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's a $500 fine. I'll probate that. This is run concurrent with 2023 CR 0036. Take in consideration NIMAG number 7298876. There's to be restitution, if any, to Viviana Leyendecker. Cats 1 and 2. Cats 1 and 2 is going to teach you how not to steal, or at least tell you don't steal. There is to be no contact with TANGANYIKA, last name ROLNIK. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Do you have any children?
They're adults already. Yes, ma'am. I got two,
What are their ages?
23 and 22.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. We can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. If you miss that TAP evaluation appointment, that's a violation of your probation, so a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Follow TAP recommendations. There's to be no contact with Melinda McKinney. And that's McKenney. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Is there anything else? Probation in that cause number? All right, anything else you need from the court in that cause number?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and cause number ending in 36. Court is going to find you guilty. Assess punishment at 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. This is run concurrent with 2022 CR 7131. Take in consideration NIMAG number 729875, 729876, grand jury number 804891. The BIPP course, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Melinda Kenny. 100 hours of community service restitution that will not be waived. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs, TAP evaluation, follow TAP recs. And the TAP evaluation can be out of custody. Proof of employment. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else that you need from the court and that cause number to help you do what's right? All right, in each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, and also because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I know she has decided that she no longer wants to prosecute. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you start wanting to search their phone, then that means that there's no trust in your relationship, and maybe you shouldn't be in that relationship. I want you to hear me very clearly. You are not allowed to have any contact with her. You all obviously don't have any children together. If you do, you've already told me they're adults. So there's no need to contact her about children because they're adults. It is like you do not know her. If you have contact with her, a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and you're looking at potentially 5 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you do not understand about no contact? So that means no calling her on the phone, no sending her flowers saying I'm sorry, no sending her something for Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving or Christmas or any of the other holidays that are coming up. Don't send her anything for Valentine's Day. Don't send her thinking of you. No contact whatsoever. You understand?
Yes, sir.
A relationship is over.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, everyone, we finished before, well, started before then. It's 12:06. And then Deputy Laura, I don't know if they're inviting you to this meeting we're having about the brawl.
Judge, I've been to 3 meetings like that already, regarding that law.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, and can you if we have any deputies that show up needing anything signed, if you'll just let them know.